Greetings, Fleshy Mammals, and welcome back to a brand new Guilty Gear Strive video. Today, we're going to be talking about who could it possibly be? Who could the final base roster character be for Guilty Gear Strive? Now, we already know that the last character is going to be revealed sometime in February, so it's coming up pretty soon. But I think it would be pretty fun to speculate as to who it might be. Now, for this video, we're going to be going off of who the most requested characters are from each region, who would make sense to be DLC versus base roster, and all of that stuff. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so in my opinion, there are three really big contenders for the final slot in Guilty Gear Strive. And the first one that I'm going to be talking about really doesn't have a lot to do with the most requested, but just kind of makes sense in my eyes. The first character is definitely Elphelt Valentine. Like, it kind of just doesn't make a lot of sense to me to have Ramathal, but not Elphelt. Considering how strong Elphelt actually is in Xrd, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me to have one without the other, you know? They kind of both have to be there, whether one is DLC or not. But we'll see what happens for the base roster. I am kind of hoping that Elphelt does make a return because she was really fun to play in Xrd, but we'll see what happens, okay? Moving on to the second character that honestly makes a ton of sense to me and honestly could end up being DLC. But honestly, I just really think he should be on the base roster, and that is the man himself, Johnny. Now, here's the thing with Johnny, okay? Let's just take a look at his placements on the most requested character. In Japan, he is the second most requested character. In North America, he is the second most requested character. In Asia, he is the second most requested character. In Europe, he is also the second most requested character. So clearly people want to see Johnny, but will Johnny make it onto the base roster, or will he be DLC? Now, the thing is that it's very hard to tell with these most requested characters because we don't know. Will he be on the base roster, or will they hold out, okay? And this makes a lot of sense business-wise, where you see this most requested character who is fucking top 3 in every single region, but they could be smart business-wise and literally just save him for the season pass or DLC, and just release them later so that way they make a ton of money off of the DLC. Or they could just sell the full game with Johnny in it and make a lot of money that way. Either way, they're making a ton of money off of Johnny, and Johnny is the second most requested character in every single region, guys. So it just makes sense for him to be in the game somewhere along the line. Personally, I really think he should be on the base roster, but I really do think that there is one more character that should make it on the base roster, and no, this isn't personal bias, okay, guys? I want Venom. Venom's not part of this list. I'm just going on a tangent right now. I want my boy back, please. And I know he's got a very low chance of being in the game in general because Strive is supposed to be a sequel to Xrd, and, well, Venom doesn't fight anymore. He's a baker now, which sucks. Anyways, moving on. Johnny would be really good to have on the base roster, but also good as DLC. Ultimately, it is completely up to Arc System Works, but I really do think he should be on the base roster just based on how requested he actually is. Now, the next character that I really do believe should be on the base roster is Baiken. Now, I know what you're thinking. Baiken lame, right? Baiken low tier. Baiken this, Baiken that. She is the #1 most requested character in North America. She's the #1 most requested character in Asia, and the #1 most requested character in Europe. The only region where she isn't the #1 most requested character is Japan. The Japanese don't like Baiken. She is actually on 7th for Japan, and #1 in Japan is actually Bridget, which actually I wouldn't be 100% opposed to. Bridget is a pretty neat character in Guilty Gear XX Accent Core plus R, but honestly though, Baiken should definitely be in the game. Now, the big thing is that this is 3 against 1, guys. Alright, Arxis, if Baiken doesn't end up on the base roster, if Baiken is not the final character and is saved for DLC, y'all motherfuckers biased. Like, for real. Like, She is literally the #1 most requested character in every region but Japan, but she's still top 10 in Japan. I do believe Baiken deserves to be on the base roster of Guilty Gear Strive more so than Johnny, more so than Venom, more so than Elphelt. She definitely deserves it. She's a very cool character. Her animations overall in Xrd were extremely well done. Her moveset was very fun to play around with. Her fucking counter, my dude, that shit is so good. Like, Baiken deserves it, okay? And on top of that, my whole group of friends, we're all getting Xrd day 1, right? But the only character that one of my friends mains that isn't in the game yet is Baiken. So, Arxis, could you do your boy a solid and just put Baiken in the game, please? Thank you. But yeah, guys, overall, I think the last character for Guilty Gear Strive will definitely be one of those 4 characters. My hope for Venom isn't dead yet, guys. The last character will be one of those 4 characters. I really think so. I definitely think Baiken or Johnny are definitely just shoo-ins for the last character overall. And I really do think either Baiken or Johnny, they're going to make it. They're going to make it into this game, whether it be base roster or DLC. But we'll have to wait and see in February. I hope I am right. I'm thinking it's going to be Baiken, but time will tell, guys. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Peace out. It's been casual.